Hello guys, hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to learn about localization using getX. In this video, you will be able to learn how to localize your app using getX. Right? So I have created a very simple UI. As you can see on the right hand side, there are three text widget and two buttons. And first of all, you have to do is install getx. I'm using version 4.1.4, and then you have to create a translation folder inside lab, and then the languages translation, like in my case it is English US and Urdu Pakistan. So your pk dot file basically contain a map, string comma string, and it's constant, right? So the first key is quote and its corresponding value, and you guys can see the same thing with English. Quote yani, mean the key and corresponding value. So then what we have to do next is go towards our main file. We have to wrap our material app with get material app, and make sure to remove the constant from there if you are using. After that, we have to create one another folder, name utils, and inside this folder we have to create our localization file. That is basically a very important file that actually help you converting from one locale to another. And make sure to use the recommended naming convention like localization underscore page dot, right? So in this file we have to create uh, some helpful methods that are required by getx to fulfill. First of all, we have to create a class. Let's name it localization service. Localization, sorry, I have missed I. And then we have to extend it with translations. This is very important. Make sure that you extend it with translation. And another thing is, it should not be route, it should be get dot. After this, it will warn you to override few methods, like in our case it is saying that to do implement keys. What are the keys are basically the things that, like we have defined two files, en underscore us and ur underscore pk. So basically these are keys. How we can do this? Let's try and see. We have to create a map, and then in our case we have two translations. So we have to name it like en underscore us, and then the corresponding file that we are going to use. Like for enus we are using this file, so we have to copy this key, or you can say the map, paste it over here, and we have to import it as well. Another thing is ur underscore pk, which is using ur file, and we have to import it as well. These are nothing but just the map, or you can say the directory's name, right? Anything confusing? Nothing. So first override method is done. Then we have to create two static variables. One is for the locale and another is for the fallback locale. So what is locale and what is fallback locale? Locale is basically the localization that you want to use, and fallback locale is the backup locale. That suppose if you want to load Arabic, in our case we don't have Arabic, so if it fails then the fallback locale will be used. So we are going to use static final and locale equal to locale en underscore us, right? And we have to create another one. Sorry, I have right locate, but it is locale, and we have to import it as well. from the UI package. And then we have to create another variable, the same type, static final fallback locale equal to locale ur comma pk. So suppose if anyone want to load Arabic localization, but system does not found Arabic localization, then fallback locale will be used instead, right? And now after that we have to make one list. This list basically contain the language's name, static final length equal to list of only languages name. Like in our case our first language is ENUS, it should be English. Make sure that you write the word in the same order, like it is English is in first index, so English name should be in the first index, otherwise it will give you unexpected behavior English. And on another it is Urdu, so we have to make it Urdu, URDU, right? After this, we have to create another list, which is basically the supported locales. The supported locales that are available for our application. We have to make it static final locales equal to list. But that type will storing the locale object inside it. En comma us, and another is locale ur underscore pk. These are basically supported locales of our application. After this, we have very amazing method that will basically do the whole stuff like changing from one locale to another. We have to create it void change locale, and it basically take string language, like it will take either English or either Urdu, right? And inside that we have to create another method. I'm going to name it get locale from languages, and I will pass the language name there. Suppose if I get English, so I will pass English there, and this method will return me locale instance specially for the English language. So I'm going to define it over here. This will basically return locale underscore get locale from languages, and it takes string lang, and it basically return get dot locale. Okay, so before this we have to do something special. We have to start for loop int I equal to 0, I is less than length dot length. Length dot length, I have named length dot length and I plus plus. Hope you guys are familiar with for loop. And we have to do check if length equal to length of I, then what we have to do, then just return the current locales at the specific index, right? So that's it we have to do. And now it is returning sorry, I think I have named it wrong. Let's paste it over here. So as you guys can see, we are getting locale object over here, so we have to store it in our variable final locale. Yeah, that's it. So we are done with getting locale from the list, and then we have to just update the UI get dot update locale, and we have to pass our locale that we got from the get locale from language function. So guys, that's it. We have to do that thing in the localization service file. After that we have to move towards main.dart file. and we have to register some callbacks over here. There are few callbacks we have to do, like first of all is locale. So the selected locale from the localization path, so we will be using that locale, right? Localization service dot locale, localization service dot locale, and then there is another fallback locale, localization service dot fallback locale, and translations. So we have created translation, like I have told you that first we have to extend localization service with translations, so we have to use it as well there. How we can use, there is a special argument translations, and we have to create object of that that class. Yeah guys, that's it. That's it. We have to do the configuration of the getX localization. Now let's run it. You can say restart it. So yeah, app is restarted successfully, and after clicking on that, it should change the current localization. Suppose if I click on English, this should be in English. If I click on Urdu, this should be in Urdu. How we can do this? It's very simple. Just go over there, and we have, I think here, yeah, we have write it here hard coded. So first of all, we have to make it in a dynamic way. So what is the key for that particular sentence? It is code same in your map, and also it same in the English map. So we have to call it over here code, and then we have to put one tr. Tr is basically a shorthand of translation, and we have to import it from the get method. That's it guys, we are done with doing great stuff. One last thing that I have to do is basically update the localization. How we can update localization is just calling localization service, localization service dot change locale, and here we have to pass English, right? I have told you that we have to pass language's name, right? And same and we have to call set state, and we have to do same thing with Urdu. We have to pause Urdu over here. Now let's give it a restart and see the magic. So yeah, I think it is restarted. Now let's click on Urdu. Yeah guys, you can see it is working very well. Let's click on English. So yeah, that's great guys, it is working. Now let me show you why we have to use locale. Suppose if someone write English wrongly, and he is by mistakenly added s. Now let's give it a restart and check. If I click on English, this is basically using back fallback locale Urdu. Urdu will be used instead of English, because the current key is not available in the list. Now let's give it a restart and wait. So yeah guys, you can see I have converted to Urdu, and now I am clicking on English, nothing is happened. This is because of fallback locale. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please share and subscribe with your friends. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.